lovely people. Welcome to The Legend, the one and only show on Canada TV where we get to learn more about legends. I mean, people who are making a difference in their professions, career, academics, and all aspects of life. We have a very beautiful lady today who is very talented and she's doing a lot in her community. We're going to learn a lot from her today. There's so much glory shining around her, but we don't know what her story is. I'm quite sure you want to listen to her today. Therefore, stick in your chairs and I will be back shortly. Welcome back. So today we have this lady called Miah, who lives here in Toronto. Beautiful young lady. I'm not quite sure if she's married or yet, but I'm quite sure she has a rich story to tell. She's making a difference. She's successful, but we want to hear from her. Welcome to today's show, Grace.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
How do you feel today?
Very good. Thank you very much.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks. So, we just want to know a little bit about yourself. Who is Miah?
Okay, who is Miah? I am a 20-something-year-old young lady.
I didn't know you wanted to share that.
20-something. 20-something-year-old young lady living in Toronto. I'm presently done school, my undergrad, and I'm venturing more into the artistry. So mostly with the art of painting and making bow ties and also being involved in my community.
Oh, you make bow ties?
Yes, I do.
My husband loves bow ties. He does. Right. So, how was growing up? Did you grow up in Ghana or did you grow up here?
I've grown up. I grew up in a lot of places.
Okay.
I was originally born in Nigeria. My parents are missionaries, so they get transferred a lot.
Right.
So we've lived in Ghana, we've lived in Togo, we've lived in Cote d'Ivoire, we've lived in Gabon, we've lived in Nigeria and Canada as well.
Wow.
So we've done a lot of traveling because of church, moving around. So,
wow.
And I also have a rather big family. I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl.
Wow.
And yeah, pretty much that's. My parents are missionaries, and we travel a lot.
So, how many languages do you speak then?
Wow, I'm fluent in French and English.
Oh yeah.
And Tree, but I understand in Zima. That's where my mom and my dad are from. So I understand it, but I can't speak that.
You can't speak that, right? Oh, okay. So you speak like fluent French?
Yes.
You're in a good place then, right?
Yes, I am.
Can I come for some French lessons sometimes?
Definitely.
Are you going to charge me for that or for free?
Nah,
Are you sure?
Everybody needs a little French in their
Alright,
life, so that's okay.
Well, I can say ça va anyway, so that's
Ça va
not
is
too
good.
bad. Great. So, I know that you're into visual art, right? What got you into that?
Growing up, because of the nature of my parents' work, we didn't go out a lot. So, I would say I started painting when my parents were trying to find a way to shut me up. I was the chatterbox in the house. I will ask 1,000,010 questions. So why was Jesus' mother a virgin? Or like questions that a lot of people couldn't really answer. So I guess the best way to shut me up was to give me crayons and stuff to just keep me quiet. And through that, I actually developed a love for the arts. It went from pencil crayons to paint to other things and designing clothes and other things. So it started off with that, but slowly became something that I was really drawn to. I could not stop painting. I could not stop doing that. Yeah.
Oh wow. So can you kind of draw me as I sit right now?
I could draw a caricature of you,
You
but
can.
I'm not very great at doing realism. Mine is more of the creative side of it, not the realism of it. So people are very well versed in doing realism. I'm not very well versed in that.
Oh, okay. So you spoke about the fact that you grew up with 5. Is it 5 brothers? You said?
Yes.
Wow. So I'm quite sure you're a strong girl, right?
Yes, I am. Tomboy growing up.
You should be actually, because growing up with like 5 strong boys,
yes.
I'm sure that it would toughen your skin, right?
It did.
You have to survive.
Yes, you have
right?
to.
So how was growing up? Was it like kind of pampered child, or was it like a hardcore living?
It was hardcore living.
It was hardcore.
I wasn't spoiled. I'm not the atypical spoiled only girl. My mom wanted me to be raised right, so whatever. Going back home, you always, as a young girl growing up, you're always advised to be in the kitchen to learn how to cook and be in the, you know. So I was always with my mom. I was always learning how to cook. I was learning. Basically, my mom raised me to be the Ghanaian wife, basically. Wow. So when we had visitors in the house, she would ask me to go and serve. I wanted to go play football with the boys, but I wasn't allowed to. I had to stay home. I had to help. So I wasn't spoiled at all.
Wow.
At all.
I would think you were.
No.
That's what I would
Not
think.
at all.
Wonder. That is good. You had a good mom, eh?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful.
Yes, I did.
So back to your upbringing, right? With the fact that you were moving from one country to the other, did that do any harm to your studies? Because I'm quite sure that if you moved from Ghana to Togo, you had to like maybe stop school and start somewhere, right? How did that disturb your studies?
It's really hard. Especially I did realize even growing up that wherever you go, you get a little bit of a culture shock. Coming to Canada was actually the toughest one because there was a whole different kind of culture shock. Yeah. Everything was different. So coming in as an African child with a thread in my hair and people asking like, what are you, like what are those, or why, how come you have a different accent and stuff like that, it was really tough. And it's still a little bit tough because you never do fit in. You become your own person, right? With that, so it helps you to become the person that you are, because if you can't fit in, you either fall out or you build your own kind of environment.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. So with regards to setting up your own business, was it something that you had to do out of option or you were forced to do that?
I wasn't forced, and it wasn't really an option. I used to paint for the fun of it. I like my little peace and quiet, and in that I like to just paint. And I wasn't selling them until I think in university. When I started university, one of my friends literally came over and saw me painting, and she paid right on the spot. Oh, wow. And she advised me to actually take this seriously, and this is something that people are interested in. Also, growing up in a Ghanaian household, painting doesn't mean much to them. Exactly. So to them, it's me wasting time instead of being helping out in the kitchen. But going to university, that actually opened that avenue for me where I began to see the worth of what I was doing.
So did you graduate in any course related to
No, I graduated in social sciences. I actually am aspiring to be a social worker. So that's another thing that I'm really interested in, helping people as well.
Oh, all right. So does it mean that the art is going to be like a part-time job, or is going to be your main profession?
I think for now, art is my main profession, but given another, I'm going back to do my master's in September. So I'll be focusing on the social work aspect, but I want it to be one of the things where it will actually merge together, because I want it to interlock where, as I'm doing my social work with women and children, I'll be able to incorporate the arts into it as well. All right
then. So talking about like women and children, is it because you really want to be like a feminist, or what is it that you really want to do?
I would say, in a sense, I am a feminist. In that
like
regard.
That.
Growing up in all these different countries, I did realize that the two people that are least spoken for are women and children, especially in the African context. And growing up to be very independent and being able to speak for myself and do things for myself, I realized that if maybe women and children do not have a voice, I could be an advocate for that, if not for the bigger picture of everybody, just for people that are from African descent.
That's right.
So that's where it's coming from.
I can see that. Wow. So I have with me today here Grace Miah, who is an advocate for women and children, and she's also into visual art. So Grace, what's the name of your company?
It's Forstelline Artistry.
Forstelline?
Forstelline Artistry. It has a bit of a French to it.
Okay, so is it like a name that came through a dream, or is it an acronym? What, like, how did it come up with that name?
It's an acronym. Growing up as a tomboy and now being a young woman of myself, learning to wear heels and walking properly and down, I wanted Forstelline Artistry to incorporate everything that I am. For the Forstelline, the for part is for formal, so formal wear, formal art, and then the Forstel part is street. So I grew up doing a lot of graffiti and a lot of street art, so I wanted to incorporate that too. So it's a mixture of the formal and street, and the L part has to do with the elegance of it all. So it's Forstel, and then ligne is French for line, so Forstelline Artistry. basically.
Oh, wow. That's a long name though, right?
Yes.
So how do we find you though? If we want to maybe get something from your shop or where you are, how do we find you?
I have a website that is still in the process.
Okay,
It's still in the works, but I do have a website for my paintings, and the same website too has my blog that I do talk to young girls about things that they may be going through. So it normally talks about things. If I knew what I knew now then, so the mistakes that I would have changed and stuff like that. So my blog has that, and also on Instagram you can find me under forstel_art. So that has mostly my artworks and some of my bow ties and other works as well.
All right, and wow. So we're just gonna go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna learn more about Grace Miah. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Right, so back to the visual art part. Do you have a few works that you want to show us today on the show?
I do. I did bring in a few, and I can't wait to show you guys what I have.
Oh, wow. We can't wait.
All right, let's go. Okay, as mentioned, I did bring some paintings for you guys to see.
Oh, wow.
Here we have Veiled. I called her Veiled because majority of the times we do not talk about our sisters that are Muslims back home.
Yeah.
Most of them are not spoken for. Right now, even when you look at the news, they are going through a lot of scrutiny because everything is covered. But I wanted to do a painting about our Muslim sisters because there's a lot of story to be said there. They too have a story to tell, but you can see it through their eyes. So sometimes I let the paintings talk for themselves, but this is called Veiled.
Wow, so the first one is Veiled?
Veiled, yes.
Is there any reason for the colors you chose for this particular painting?
Not really. I did like the vibrancy of it, so it picks up, but at the same time too, the eyes draws you in. So those are the main reasons, but not for any particular reason.
All right.
Here we do have Hunt.
Oh, wow.
Hunt is a very dear painting of mine because when I first came to the country, one of the questions that people asked me is, "Oh, you're from Africa. Do you see lions every day?" So this was more of a haha, joke is on you kind of moment. But I wanted to show them as well that most African women have the lion side to them. Here we have Majesty. Majesty is also my personal favorite because of the colors. I hate pink, and I wanted to work with colors that I normally don't like. But also Majesty has to do with the woman coming from the earth, like how Mother Nature is, and she is crowned with nature. So Majesty has to do with the African woman being crowned with nature.
All right. So was there a crown on there I can see?
Yes, that is a crown. Crown made of flowers and leaves and figs.
So that's a woman, right?
Yes, it is.
Great.
And here we have Two Sons. Two Sons was inspired by two bridal women, and Two Sons deal with a Kenyan bride and a Nigerian bride.
Did you say Two Sons?
Two Sons. I call them Two Sons.
Okay.
There's a poem around this that has to do with where I'm from. We don't have a sun and a moon, but we have two suns. The sun for the morning and the sun for the night. And I also purposefully chose a dark-skinned woman and a light-skinned woman. Which has to do with the issues that we face even in Africa about dark skins and light skins. But at the end of the day, they're both very beautiful women.
Wow.
So these are the few that I brought in today.
Awesome. Wow. Well, thank you so much for coming over to show us all these paintings. I love them, and I'm quite sure that my viewers love them too. So we're gonna go back to our seat, okay?
The one that I have with me, if you can see it.
Yeah.
So it's the tunnel. This is called The Journey, and it actually depicts people growing up together in a tunnel and them going towards life. So from baby stage to when they're old and to the light, which is eternal.
So you made that yourself?
Yeah, that was
from the scratch?
Yes. It derived from something that I really want to be. Moving from country to country, I found a lot of people, places that I went to, people had friends that they grew up with, and some of them even end up marrying each other. And it was something that I yearned for because I never got that. I never had a friend that long to even keep them for life. So it was, in my mind, I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have that one friend that you can grow old with, regardless of it being a guy or girl, but being able to share that journey of life and the story together. So that's where this came from, The Journey. But this is mostly for people that, grow up together, get married, grow old together, and in a tunnel of life stories and everything that has to do with that.
Wow. So how long does it take you to make this app?
It depends. Some paintings, like this was inspirational, so this actually took me about 2 hours.
Oh.
So it didn't take long. It was in my head. Immediately the pen went on. It started flowing. Some of them too, it develops over time. So I'll work on it, let's say for one day, and then tomorrow when I look at it, something else screams at me, and I go right back to it. If I have a commission work where somebody tells me to do something, but that takes a very long time because every step that I take, I'll have to ask them if they like it and then build up from there. So it's anywhere from 45 minutes to days.
And you're all done.
Yes.
Wonderful. Great. Wow, that's so awesome.
Thank you.
Right. With regards to the bow ties, like the bow ties, do you have any here today?
No, I
to
don't.
Show? Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
I wish you did.
No, I don't. I came in with the arts.
All right. So if someone wanted to get one of the arts or wanted to buy, I know you don't have your website right now set up. How do we get in touch with you, though?
Most people just DM me on Instagram, actually.
Oh, okay.
So
we can follow you
direct message you on Instagram. And from there, I get their information and either email, phone, whatever it is, and I follow up right away.
All right.
We set up a meeting, and then we go from there.
Wow. Do you have any Facebook page set up or anything like that?
Not at the moment,
Not
no.
at the moment.
I have a Facebook page for my bow ties called For the Love of Bows.
Okay.
And I regularly, whatever I post on Instagram flows into Facebook. So whatever I post, also post into Facebook as well.
Okay. So, do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies, a lot.
do you make time for them?
I do.
Do you?
I can't call art a hobby anymore.
No, it's your professional right now, right?
It is. I sing at church.
Oh.
I actually love singing. I'm not the greatest. I'm no Beyonce, but I do sing.
But can you give us one tune, maybe? I mean, don't be nervous. No one. It's not an audition actually. Just one line.
I didn't carry my voice box today. Maybe another time.
It's gonna be another time. Okay, we'll take that.
But I do sing. Okay. I read a lot. I love reading. I've always loved anything that will get me into that space of an alone time. So I do love reading. I love researching a lot. My last showcase was about the African woman, so I did a lot of research about the different types of tribes and how the women dresses and stuff. So I do actually love researching on things that I think are important. I read. I sing. Yeah. I don't like long walks on the beach though. No. Right. But I do like long walks. That I do. But yeah, I do those.
So is Grace married? Is she dating or?
I'm engaged.
You're engaged. Yes. Is it a Ghanaian engagement or their
Ghanaian
engagement? Oh, okay. So then you're married, right? Because that's how we call marriage, isn't it?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So you are, right?
Yes, I am. I'm off the market.
All right then. Any kids yet?
No,
not yet.
No, not yet. We'll wait on those.
All right. So what would you say are your major challenges with regards to your art industry right now?
Major challenges will be selling them sometimes because it's a lot of things go into them. The time, the paint, the right materials to go into them. But sometimes I feel like when you're trying to let somebody know about the prices and stuff, they get really they get taken back because it's like, what do you mean it's like, this price or that price? But it takes a lot. Another challenge would be also branding as well. Naturally, I'm a very quiet individual, so I don't like a lot of people too much in my space. But with this kind of talent, you have to be out there a lot. So that is also a little bit of a challenge that I face, really putting myself out there so people will know what I do. Yeah.
So how much would I pay for the painting you have right there if I was interested in?
That would be about, if I'm not mistaken, about 1,500. 1,500, but what the good thing about this is they come in print form. So if somebody cannot afford the 1,500, I can make a print which it comes down to anywhere from $180 and down. So it's affordable that way, but you won't get the original. If it's too expensive for people, I do the print for them. So the print form is gonna be you photocopying what you have, or pretty much, but it looks exactly the same, but it won't have the same texture because this is directly on it. It has a nice texture of it, but with the print, it has a more smooth finish. But when you put it in the frame and it's up, there is no difference. There is no difference. So this will be more like the original natural one if I was to go for it. So this is what, let's say, God forbid, I should pass away. You can make millions off of, but the print is just a print. It's just a print, right? Oh.
Oh, okay. So there's a difference, right? It won't be the same, right? Wonderful. So, Grace, what's so special about you right now in your life?
What's special?
Like, what do you do? Maybe I'll put in a different, word in. So I know that you're into act, visual act. But in your spare time, what would you like to do that makes you special?
In my spare time, I like to actually talk to young girls growing up. I do mentor a few girls in my community.
That's good.
So in my spare time, I actually do that a lot. I talk to young girls. I see where they are in their lives. I try to be the bigger sister that they don't have, a bigger sister that's actually doing things. We come from a community where if you're not a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher, you've not made it in life. Whereas this country gives us a lot more opportunities to deviate from the norm of the lawyer, teacher, nurse. So I try to help them go towards the path that, the talents that have been innately given to them, and also steer them towards the right path. Because a lot of these girls can find themselves doing things that they don't naturally want to do. I try to help them with that. I try to be a listening ear with no judgment.
No judgment.
I'm that listening ear to them. So whatever they need, whoever they need to talk to, I normally do that for them.
Oh wow!
So I guess that's the special thing that's going on that I'm really, really enjoying.
Awesome. So hey guys, if there's someone right there who's waiting to talk to someone, Grace is right here, and she will listen to you. So Grace, do you have anything to share with us before you go? Any few words, encouragement, like words of encouragement? Do you see someone there who has a special skill like you who wants to put that to use, right?
I would say live with a purpose. I believe that everybody that is on this earth has a purpose, and I believe in a purpose-driven life.
Wow.
There are a lot of things, a lot of opportunities out there. There are a lot of jobs out there, but you have to. Life is short and it's only once, so you have to do what you love and do it well. I would love to do a job that I would like to do something that doesn't feel like a job, but do it for the rest of my life. So go out there, know what you were good at, and just do it till you can't do it anymore. So just go at it and live a purposeful life.
Wow. Go out there and do what you love to do. So, Grace, what energizes you to wake up in the morning?
Being able to create.
Being creative, right?
Being able to create. It's a very wonderful experience having a blank canvas, and then within a couple of hours or minutes, it turns into something that wasn't there in the first place. So I actually have short nights and long days because I can't wait to create. I can't wait to create.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so positive, eh? So how many paintings have you done all together, if you can count them?
Ooh, a lot.
A lot, right?
A lot. Right off my head, I can count 50. Some of them sold and some I still have in my possession, but a lot.
Wow.
A lot.
Wow. And you do this on a daily basis, like every day?
Not every day. I take breaks because I'm involved in the community as well, so I have to take breaks to do that as well. But at least 3 times a week I'm painting, or 4. And when I have a showcase coming up, I'm painting throughout the week.
Oh wow! So you do go on showcase and stuff like that, right? And that sells you a lot too, isn't it?
It does. It gives you a lot of recognition when you're starting up. I'm a startup that is just going out there with it now. So in the startup, it gives you a lot of recognition. A lot of people see what you're doing, and it helps a lot. It does help a lot. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this for?
Professionally, I'll say since December
of last year. Oh, okay.
Professionally, but before that, I've been doing it since 2011.
Oh,
so
wow.
I started taking it seriously around 2011, just for personal, like for my friends and people close to me. But I'm making it a business. I started making it a business since December.
Since December, right? Yeah. So do you have kind of an international tag to this? Like, do you have people from other countries reaching out to you?
Yes, I do. I have people from UK and people from Ghana. I know there's one person. I have a friend in the US that also has a few people that are interested in it, so she contacts me sometimes. So right now I'm just working on how to ship it internationally, because if I go to Ghana, I can send it over. If my friend comes over, I can give her some to take. But I'm trying to find a nice shipping way to be able to ship it off to people.
Oh wow! All right, Grace. So thanks for coming on the show today. I'm very grateful that you're able to share very good points about how you're making your industry work.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me as well.
Right, then. Lovely viewers, thank you for watching today, and I'm quite sure that you learned a lot from Grace today. She said one thing that I want to recap. She says that do what you love to do, so that going to work would not be a burden, but it will be something that you love to do. Stay with me next week, same time.